In the last few years, Polaris has become the machine to have when you're out in the dunes or out in the desert. This right here is the 2013 Polaris RZR XP4. It's basically the same machine as last year. It's a 900cc motor, basically set up for 4 people. You've got Walker Evans shocks all the way around. This model here though is the upgraded version. It's got Maxxis bighorn tires with alloy wheels and electronic power steering. When you're not out in the desert hauling butt, you can also take this thing out into the rock crawling roots and stuff. We haven't driven a 2013 yet. We're gonna go out, check it out, see how it does.
I mean, there's no other way to describe it. It is badass. It is one awesome machine. You don't have to have a 2-seater to be rad. You can load up the whole family, throw some car seats in the back seat, go out in the dunes, come out here and rip around with the kids and the wife, and you're pumped. And so are they. Some people kind of hate on the 4-seater because they're big and long and they look like the family sedan, but they're really, I honestly like them better than a 2-seater. The wheelbase is longer, which I think helps with handling, you know, through the sand highway at Glamis. Wide open, no big deal. You know, that's how I'm always rolling anyways. You know, the seats in this thing are comfortable. We jumped some big jumps, we overshot some things and got some big air and never really had a problem except for in the back seat. Those people back there weren't too happy, you know, but I mean, it sits right over the shocks back there and the rear end, so you can kind of see why it's a little rougher back there. But I mean, if you're a dune guy, perfect at the dunes. I loved it. It was great.
For the second part of our test, we headed out to Ocotillo Wells and the rock crawling location known as Truck Haven.
And out here, stick the thing in low, you can crawl up anything pretty much. Anything the Jeeps are crawling up, you're pretty much right there doing it with them. Because of the long wheelbase, it was a little tough to get up some of the rock crawl hills because they kind of high centered a little bit and hit the frame a little bit, but that's minor. It's not a big deal. It made it up 90% of the stuff we tried out here. The power steering is definitely a must. I mean, when you drive around without the power steering, you know, you hit a rock, you hit something and the wheel's turning for you and it's going back the other way and it's just a handful. This power steering, so smooth, steering wheel's where you want it, it's not moving around or jolting you in any direction. I mean, I would never want to drive one of these things without power steering. It's a huge feature. I mean, it does cost a little bit more, but it's definitely worth it, 100%.
Probably only real pain in the butt are these things right here, these nets. I wish that they would go to doors or do away with them. It's really an afterthought, and I think some way they could have executed that a little bit better. Other than that, I don't think there's anything better out there with 4 seats in it right now.